the moment of truth here is always if my strings are right above my pickup screws. So I'm pretty happy with that. Looks really good. Just right in line. Okay. I know that that's not quite tight enough for this banjo, so I'm going to give that just a little teeny bit. It's also nice because you ease the head into getting acclimated to the pressure of the rim, and so don't be worried if you hear the cracking. That's just the glue that holds the mylar head in around the rim. So, okay, now I'm going to go ahead and tune it up. Okay, it's pretty close. I'm going to adjust the bridge a little bit, kind of a pre intonation thing here. Oh, I'm pretty close. So right off the bat, it turned out I got kind of lucky here. Alright. Pretty happy with that. My banjo head is fairly tight. I might just leave it like this and see it's worse to over tighten the head. I just said I was going to leave it, but now I'm giving it just a teeny bit more. I'm going to take advantage of this being upside down now to make sure that this is completely tightened, the tailpiece. Don't want that to come off and lose that screw. Going in here and taking my wire that has the grounding wire. This is very important. The Kavanjo is relatively quiet on its own, but as an extra precaution, I just pull this little piece of plastic off and turn this around. As an added precaution, I have added this grounding wire because I just think it's better to have it than not. All the metal on the banjo should somehow at some point touch each other. So you have a choice of attaching this to the tone rod, the tension rod, or you could attach it over here to one of these, one of the lug nuts. This area here where our arm might rest on the banjo, if I didn't have a sleeve on, that would be instantly grounded. Or, since I'm going to be touching the strings, if I attach it to the tailpiece that's hooked to this nut which runs through the tension bar, that's also a nice way to ground it. If I do that, I'm going to loosen this just slightly. I'm going to take my wire, put it in back behind the washer because I don't want to compromise the relationship between the washer and the nut. Excuse me. Turning it slowly. Remember, this only needs to be as tight as one finger barely on the wrench. This should not be gorilla tight because it will distort the rim's natural diameter. So you know, it's just tight enough in there. I'm thinking that my cord is in a good place. I want to make sure that it's out of the way for my 1/4 inch plug, which is going to come into the banjo here and come through here. So as you can see, everything is clear. I don't have any wires impeding that male to female input jack. Okay, well, we feel like we're grounded. We feel like the head is at a pretty good tension. You know, there's a lot of things out there that talk about how high the head should be. Every banjo is different. I don't take the banjo head as high on a Goodtime because it just has a nice resonance, you know, somewhere in a medium tension. Okay, so then I bring the rest of the banjo up to final tuning. And as I was mentioning, you will want to come back and check your the head's tension every couple months, just to see if it's, you know, if it's still where you like it. A lot of things out on the web talking about different tensions of banjo heads. So. Well, these strings will take a little while to stretch out, so I'm kind of still stretching these strings out just a little bit. Good time to put the resonator on. Making sure that all of the things that I've tightened are nice and secure. I put in my flange screws. I don't tighten that all the way yet. I get all my screws in. Get them in snug. Then I just give it a taunt turn. I don't want to turn these too much. Okay, there's our banjo, and we tune. Tune it just a little bit higher than normal, just a teeny bit. And then I take my patch cord and I check to see if my amplifier's on. Okay, there's the amp. Put in my patch cord, check my Kavanjo. Sounds like we got a nice clean. Here's when it's totally on. It's grounded correctly. I know that it's not buzzing or anything or humming. So we got a successful ground, and it sounds great. I hear it from the amp here. I don't know if it's coming through as well on the speaker here, but alright, well that completes the successful installation of a Kavanjo Mark V. Thanks for watching.